Hi everyone! Today I'll be painting a field of wildflowers at twilight.
Allow nature's peace to flow into you as sunshine flows into trees. That's a quote by Maher, and as we begin here, I'm just reminded that nature's peace is what brought me here in the first place. If you'd like to follow along with me, I'll list all the colors I'm using in the description of the video. I'm beginning to put those twilight colors on the canvas. I'm just putting them on with a palette knife, and then I'll mix them up later. At the bottom I have cadmium yellow mixed with white, and then I made this purple color using Pthalo Blue and crimson and white, and then at the top it's Pthalo Blue and white as well. I'm kind of just applying it to the canvas wherever I feel it goes. Just kind of feeling it out, letting the palette knife do the work. Using a palette knife to do this always feels satisfying. I like the way it feels to scrape the paint along the canvas. And now I'm using a brush to blend it all together. And my fingers as well. I find my fingers are the best for blending sometimes. And now it's really starting to look like twilight. It's my favorite time of day or night because it's kind of neither and both at the same time. And now I'm going to start adding some distant hills. To make this color I used a little bit of black, the Pthalo Blue, a little bit of purple and crimson. And I just kind of want to make these hills look like they're way in the distance, almost silhouetted against the twilight sky. And now I'll add some white at the bottom of these hills to make it look like there's some mist rolling in. And now for some faint faraway trees. For this color I used basically the same color as the hills, it's just a little bit darker. A little bit less white is added to this color. I just kind of tap the flat end of the brush upwards to make those trees. And I kind of make them go up into the hills behind them as well. You can never have too many trees. There's a quote that I love that says, "Between every two pines is a doorway to a new world." And now I'm just adding some more mist here and there, wherever I feel it goes. As a self-taught artist, I really let my intuition guide me most of the time. I don't usually plan my paintings out beforehand. I kind of just let them come to me. I'm adding a couple taller trees now as we get closer to the foreground. Just going with that same color as we used in the hills, just darkening it up as we go down. I sometimes use a little piece of cloth to blend the colors. That's what I'm doing here. Either a cloth or a sponge or my fingers, just kind of whatever I feel in the moment. I'm adding lots more pine trees now. You can almost smell the scent of the pines at twilight as you watch those colors fade into night. Letting all the cares of the day go as we sit in this field and watch the dusk come to the land. With a larger brush now, I'm adding a field in front of those trees, all the way to the bottom of the canvas. I always make sure that everything's really well blended and there aren't any really hard lines in this painting. It's all about a soft feeling. I've now mixed some crimson with white together to make some little flowers in the background. They could be any color you want though, really. Crimson and white together is what I pretty much always use to make a pink color. And the farthest back that they go is where you can just barely see them. In the background, I'm just kind of making the idea of flowers, and then in the foreground they'll be more pronounced. Another quote by Maher comes to mind. He says, "In every walk in nature, one receives far more than he seeks." I find this to be so true. And now for some yellow flowers. Berlioz came to say hi. He's my best buddy, and he likes to watch me paint sometimes. I'm now adding some little blades of grass here and there. Walt Whitman says, "I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of the stars." I love that quote, and I love all of Walt Whitman's work. Lots and lots of leaves of grass. I'll add some taller ones at the very bottom to make it look like you're laying in the field of flowers, looking through them. I used to do this a lot as a kid, just laying in fields of flowers, watching the sun go down. I'm just continuing to add those flowers in wherever I feel that they should go. Not really worrying too much about the placement, just feeling free as I do this. Freedom goes together with creativity. There's no separation from freedom here. I'm painting lavender flowers now with a dark purple color. I love the way lavender smells. I'm just making those little petals with little taps of my brush, being a little more mindful here with this kind of flower. And I'll go over the dark purple color with white to make those highlights for the lavender. I'm just putting all the kinds of flowers together. They're all friends in this field. When painting flowers like this, I always like to add a lot of grass in front of them too, to make it look more like they're just wild in the field. And now I've got some white on my brush for some little white flowers. I'm making these really textured in the front here. In person, the textured parts really pop out and make the painting really stand out. Lots of little tiny white flowers. I'm going up over the horizon line now with the stem to make some really tall white flowers here. It's kind of a brave move to do this because it'll be hard to erase if I mess up. But I remember Bob Ross's words that there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. I'm putting lots of texture on these white ones to make it really stand out against the bright twilight in the background. Always remember, the one thing you have that no one else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. That quote is from Neil Gaiman. Thank you guys so much for coming on this journey with me. It's always an adventure finding something new to create. I hope you join me again soon.